already learned how to draw line plot and then moving averages in video number 17 and 18. Today, we will add one more simple command to draw multiple lines. For instance, I have now three variables: price, demand, and income. And I want that one of these will be used as X and other two are used as Y, Y1, Y2. We will add only a few lines to the existing commands and draw the multiple lines on the chart. I have already started Anaconda. You can download Anaconda from the Anaconda site. Then from Anaconda, I have started Jupyter, which will be my editor. In the Jupyter, I have started a new file with Python 3. Let us watch this file, which I have started, Python 3. Here, I can name it as multiple lines. Multiple lines. Say rename it. Now this is there. As usual, we will import tkinter, pandas, then matplotlib, and then seaborn. These will help us. First, tkinter will help us browse the file and then select the file. Then pandas will read the file. Matplotlib will draw the things which are required for us for drawing the lines, and seaborn also is used for drawing the lines. We will label it and then we'll see. Let us import the event functions files from for the Python. I have written import tkinter as tk, import pandas as pd. They are the short forms: tk, pd, sns, seaborn as sns, matplotlib plot as plt, scipy, scientific Python. It will help us to import stats. We will not use in this video, but we have imported it. tkinter, it will import the file dialog, which will help us to browse and select the file. tkinter import all the functions, and then tkinter import. Let us run it. If there is any issue, it will come up. So it has already run. Let me write the commands to open a window, select the file. I have written win, which will open a window, tk. The size of that will be 7 into 5. And there is an array fp, which will store the file dialog, ask open file name, and we will select it and it will be stored in the fp. Window will be immediately closed, and then pandas will read the file excel fp, which have been stored here, and then all the columns from that database file will be read. It will be in the form of columns, COLS are the variable. Now I have written var count value in enumerate and enumerate columns. Now columns, these columns which are of the database, they will be counted, and they will start with the 1, and values will be stored. So it will print count and value so that we may select which column we want. M is the length of the columns. M is the length of the column. Then print M. It will tell us how many columns are there. and then it will ask your X choice. What is your X choice? And then X is what? You have put A, that will be converted into integer, -1. So columns, that column will be your X. We have already done it in video numbers 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So whatever the commands we have written above, they are nothing new. You have already learned. Just simply from your old file, copy it and paste it. Next one, something new, lista. Lista is just a name. You can name anything. I've just written it lista, and I have created a blank array. This is a blank array. And then what is lista? It will ask you, you put y. You can put any number of columns for y, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever the columns are there, that you will read it from the count and value, and you will put it with the commas. This is something new. In this video, this is something new. Lista is input y separated by commas, because you can write down many y's. Now, lista, input y separated by commas, but we'll have to tell that there is a new list. This is the new list, lista, which is split by commas, because you have put commas in between when you have entered it. And if lista is not there, then else blank, it will be blank. So lista split. This lista is split by commas. Comma is in, we have put this commas in inverted commas. Now it will again count and value in the list. The list which we have created by separated by commas, it will again start with the 1, and it will print count and value. When it has done this, then now it is ready for plotting the lines. Already learned this command. You have already learned this command, sns.lineplot, where X is database X, which you have created here. X columns integer a minus 1. And Y will be the number which you have put it up here, that numbers 1, 2, 5, whatever columns are there, you have put it up. So Y will be of that column. So first it will plot with your first choice, then it will again, because we have written it for value in the list, whatever the values are there in the list, it will go on plotting the lines. But your X label will be X, and your Y label will be multiple, that is multiple. So now here, for each time, your label will be your columns integer value -1. So this Y, whatever the Y you have created, so that will also be your column name, and it will automatically print the legend. I repeat, these are all you have already learned. There is nothing new. Only this thing, we here in this case, we have created a blank array lista, and we are going to enter our Y values. This Y values will be separated by commas. All the Y values which we are going to put in the list, it will count it again, and it will draw the line for that value. Database df calls integer value minus. See, you may be thinking that so many commands. No. All these commands have already been taught to you one by one, one by one, one by one. Only few lines have been added here. Few lines have been added here. Let us run it. It has opened the file. Let us open this file as test file, which I showed you earlier. Open it. It is asking you what should be your x-axis. I want my x-axis should be demand, so I am going to write it here too. What is your y? So I can put the y 1 comma 3. It should be separated by commas. We have already given the instructions that it should be separated by commas. So it is separated. We have choices 1 and 3. Now the line plots have been drawn. The demand is your x-axis and they are all multiples. What they are, this price is your blue line, income is your orange line. I will show you another important file. Just see this file. Date, Nifty, oil and gas index, Reliance, ONGC. I have downloaded this data from 1st November 2021 to 31st October 2020. There are approximately 248 entries. See, when I downloaded that data for Nifty 50 from NSE site, I can go to NSE site, I will go to products, then I will select indices, and from the indices, I will select Nifty 50. And I will put the dates from 1st November 21 to 31st. But the data will be downloaded, but there will be many columns. You can delete all the columns or you can take only the closing price of Nifty. Similarly, you download the data for oil and gas index, Reliance, ONGC. Now, ONGC is a separate, it's a very small number. Reliance is a bigger number. This number is this. All these lines will be separately shown, but you can see, you can observe the data, visualize the data. What is the reaction if Nifty moves up, whether Reliance moves up, if Nifty moves down, whether Reliance moves down. Similarly with oil and gas, so that you can visualize the data. Let us open this file in our program. I'm going to run it, run. I'm going to open the file test6, open. Now it is telling me you have got date, Nifty, oil gas, index, Reliance, ONGC. And this 5, this has been counted the length because we have written it here somewhere. M is the length of columns and it should show us the print M. We can even close it. There is no need for this. So it will not print 5. So let us say index, our x-axis is 1, that is date. And then we want this Nifty number 2 and number 4. Reliance and Nifty. This has been seen. See, this is Nifty. This is moving around 18,000 and this is your Reliance. This is your Reliance. See, here there is a Reliance, Nifty is going up, Reliance is also going up. Here also there is a minor small change. So Nifty and Reliance. We can see all test 6. We will say x-axis 1 and we want all 2, 3, 4, 5. Enter. Has drawn all the lines. Nifty, OG index, Reliance, ONGC. ONGC is red color, Reliance is green color. This OG index, oil and gas index is orange color. So you can visualize how they move, whether this is going up. You can take the smaller data later on, can reduce the data, and then you can work on further. Thanks for watching. We will start now data analysis, one sample t test in the next. Thank you.